Morning guys, welcome back to my channel. Don't forget to subscribe and click notifications if you want to see how I get on in 2020 on my SlimWorld journey. Yesterday I weighed in and I wasn't going to put another video on until the weekend, but I thought actually no, because today I'm working from home, and if you're like me, when you're working from home, there's lots of temptations around, especially after Christmas, where there is still chocolate around. There's still nibbles that you bought when people popped in for drinky poos and things like that. So there's loads of temptation around. And I thought, well, okay, why don't I share how I'm going to overcome that? Now, when I work from home, it does give me the opportunity to walk my dogs in the morning, which I don't get to do anymore, I'm afraid, because as you probably know, my hubby lost his job a few months ago, so he's been at home. And so what happens is he takes me to work in the morning, well, to the train station, and then he walks dogs on his own, which gives me an hour in bed, which is great. I don't have to get up to 6 o'clock, and it's amazing. But what it does mean is that the number of steps I now do in a day has reduced. So yesterday, for example, I did 15,500 steps because I went to the gym. Had I walked dogs both times during the day, it would have been a lot more. I only walk them in the evening. So when I'm working from home, I'm conscious that I'm not going to the gym. I'm just going to close my bedroom, my study door. I was just popped in to have a nose. So I'm conscious I don't go to the gym, and I'm conscious that I sit in my office, a little study, dressing area, and so my activity levels are very low. So that's even more of a reason not to snack when you're working from home, because you're not burning off as many calories at all. So what am I doing today to avoid temptation? Thankfully, my study is upstairs, not downstairs. So if I want to drink or something to eat, I have to physically go downstairs. But I also still plan what I'm going to eat. So even though I'll make it from fresh, I don't need to put it into a lunchbox or whatever, I still know what I'm going to eat. Now last night, if you remember, I made some chicken drumsticks extra, which I've put in the fridge. So if I am hungry, I could eat one of those. They were free if I take the skin off. Got some sliced ham, and I've also got some cherry tomatoes, which I know I can go and have if I want to. But you have to make the effort to go downstairs. So that's a really good trick. Did get up and walk the dogs with hubby this morning before I started work to get some exercise in, and I'll walk them tonight as well. And also, because my study is upstairs, means I'll keep walking downstairs when I drink. So that's more steps. So I do try when working from home to get my at least 10,000 steps in. It's a challenge, but I do try and do that. If I can, the weather's nice, I sometimes go for a walk in my lunch break. So although you're working from home, you don't really have a set lunch break. But I just think, well, actually sometimes just half an hour, just going for a wander, just helps burn a few more calories, a few more steps. And also it's good for your brain. You can't keep looking at the screen. You know, I've been looking at this for hours now, because what I tend to do is I start early, then stop for about half an hour for breakfast, and then crack on. So I do more than my normal working hours, so I don't skive. But I just do my day slightly different, I find, because then what I do is when I wake up, I'm not in the mood to eat at that time for breakfast. It's too early, but my body is saying, you know, you'd be leaving the house at 7 o'clock for work, so you're ready to move. And that's when I tend to sort of log in about that time and then just start my work. And then about 8ish, I will normally try and have breakfast, but it's 10 o'clock now. And I've only just decided I'm hungry enough for breakfast. So what am I having today? So today I'm having 2 Weetabix with some skim milk, which I've warmed up in the microwave, and some blueberries. So that's going to keep me going now till lunchtime, and I will show you what my lunch looks like and my evening meal, just to show you really how I plan my day, just give you some ideas as well. So I will catch you in my lunchtime. Right, it's lunchtime and I'm starving and I need a break from the report I've been doing, so I've just made a nice little salad for a lunch. I was going to use the chicken drumsticks that are in the fridge, but I'm going to keep those just as snacks during the day, I think. So I've had one Healthy Extra A this morning with my Weetabix, so I've got another Healthy Extra A to take for the day. So I've decided to make myself a little sort of ploughman, so I'll show you that now. So I've literally got a tablespoon of chutney for a sin in the middle there, and then I've got grated cheese, because you get more, well, you don't get more, you still get 30 grams of full fat cheese for one Healthy Extra A, but I find if it's grated, it feels like I've had a bit more, so I feel a bit more cheeky. And I've just got some cherry tomatoes, cucumbers and lettuce, and that's it. So I'm really looking forward to that. Hubby's got the same, except for he's got some breaded chicken breasts, which I've cooked for him there to go, because he's got a smaller salad as well, and he's a growing lad. So yeah, so that is lunch for today. And so far today I've had no sins at all, so I'm quite pleased with that. Hi, that's my lunch over, and actually it was really nice. I haven't had salad for ages, because you think, oh, it's winter, so I'm not going to go for salad. So my door hasn't opened on its own. A dog's appeared, and this time it's fine now. Oh, he's disappeared now. Yeah, so one of the top tips I want to give you as well actually is, when I first started SlimWorld, I was given, obviously as you are, 15 sins a day, and I thought that if I didn't use my sins I would lose weight so much quicker. And actually it's true, because you know, the less you put in your body, the less calories you need to use up to burn it off. So there is something to say that, you know, if you don't use your sins, then great. Now the problem with that is, it's okay for a short period of time. I've now got a load of lick in my arm here. It's okay for a short period of time, but it can get boring, okay? And I don't just mean snacks or treats, but what I didn't used to do was put sauces on any of my meals, because I didn't want to use sins on things like that. And actually what then happened, especially with salads, is I got really, really bored of them. And then you get into the danger zone where you start eating things you shouldn't be eating because you're bored and you're thinking, oh God, you know, this isn't fun, this is boring, and things like that. So I now use my sins, I'd say better, more planned, more constructively. I think about them, and that's the important thing is, you know, I've looked at things and thought, can I have it? And I've looked at my app and it's like 10 sins. And you think, really? Do I want to waste 10 of my 15 sins on that? Now, I did once do it on a it's like a nutty sort of natural bar. My mum had given it me, it'd been in my bag for a few weeks. I was starving one day and I found it in my bag and I thought, okay. And I looked, it was 11 cents, and I thought, right, I'm not having that. And then I thought about it and I thought, well, actually, what am I having today? What I've already eaten, I'm not going to have any sins. So why don't I have it? And I'm so glad it was amazing. It was delicious. And it was the best 11 sins I could have had. Now, things like a mince pie, I'm probably going to think, well, you know what? No, I'm not going to waste my sins. So today's lunch, so I'm waffling, aren't I? But there is a point. Today's lunch, I had a tablespoon of chutney. And I would never ever done that in the olden days, because I would have gone, it's got sugar in, it's going to be really high in sins, I'm not going to have it. If you shop around, you can get chutneys for half a sin a tablespoon. Go on your app on SlimWorld and just look. So when you're doing your shopping, just check them off. Some of them are 2 sins. But again, do you know what, guys? If you get a really nice quality one, 2 sins for a tablespoon, measure its level. You start heaping it and it adds up. But, you know, 2 sins for a tablespoon of chutney, for me, to transform a meal is worth it. And I've got quite a few chutneys in my fridge, different flavours. I've got some really hot spicy ones, I've got some just plain tomatoey ones, but you don't need a lot. You just need something to help the palate when you're eating things. So just one of my top tips. Right, I now need to go and do some work because it's Friday and I'd like to finish a decent time, and I really have got a lot to do today. But another thing to do as well as top tip is keep hydrated. Okay, I'm not great at water, so you can have a sugar-free cordial. I just have it to flavour it slightly. I'm not a strong cordial person at all. So, you know, I just need something to take the edge off the taste of water. But what I am is a green tea freak. So my pint mug of green tea gets me through the day, and I think this is my third or fourth one today actually. Yeah, this one is mango flavoured. I do vary the flavours as well just to get some variety. So I'm going to carry on doing some work, have my green tea, keep myself hydrated for today, and I will share my evening meal with you. See you later. Right, so I've survived the day. I've been really, really good. Tonight is a trigger night because Friday nights would usually be open a bottle of wine night because it's the weekend. but I'm not going to do that because it's dry January. I do have some non-alcoholic wine, which I could go to if I really want to. I've also got some tonic water, so I can pretend I'm having a gin and tonic with my alcohol-free gin, which is sin-free as well, by the way. But I'm going to try and resist all of those as much as possible. Excuse me. So the last thing I want to show you today then is my dinner, which is a salmon fillet with just new potatoes and broccoli. Hubby's going to put the lashings of butter on his. I know he is. I don't need to. I use the chili spray light because it just gives it a little bit of a zing, and then also put some lemon juice into it when I cooked it. So that for me will be sufficient. If it does feel a little bit dry, I'll add some more lemon juice to it, but it usually isn't actually, from fairness. So I survived a day working at home with all the temptations around me and didn't give in, even the big box of chocolates that's on the coffee table. So let me show you my dinner tonight. And there it is. So yes, it doesn't look a lot, but I've eaten 3 meals today, so I don't need lashings of food. That is sufficient. There are more new potatoes and more broccoli if I do want it, but I don't think I will need it. I have got a few new potatoes left over, as I said, but what I was planning to do is put those in the fridge cold as sort of snacks, just in case I feel a bit peckish over the weekend. So I hope you like that. So it's just a little bit of an insight of how I'm going to survive today, working from home with so many temptations, because it is day 3 of January of my 2020 journey, and obviously day 3 of dry January too. Anyway guys, I hope you like that. If you do, please subscribe, give me a thumbs up, and notifications if you want to see how the rest of my journey goes. Okay, so I will be back on Sunday. All right, so you have a lovely weekend and speak to you soon. Bye.